John Locke, like, in his relationship with a hooker, and how he sort of like falls in love briefly with one of the hooker's other Johns, and they're both named John, and then it turns out that that guy is just working for his dad so he can steal his other kidney.
Man.
Can't catch a break, that John Locke.
Yeah, and anyway, so yeah, I would be fine if that were, if it would almost be like, it almost sounds in a way like Quantum Leap meets Lost.
Would you watch it if they started doing another Lost show? Would you watch it? Like,
of the same characters?
Well, let's say the characters who were like starting with Hurley, since he took over the island at the end of the show. Like, so it'd be about Hurley, and there was a little epilogue where you see Hurley, Ben Linus, and Walt.
Hey, hold on just a second.
Yeah. Darrel just stormed off. I think I've offended him. Feels very strongly that Lost should have ended exactly when it did. And that any attempt to continue it would cheapen its legacy as the greatest television show of all time. His favorite character was actually Dr. Arst, if you guys remember him from season 1. He was the know-it-all doctor who ends up getting blown up by a piece of dynamite at the Black Rock, I think, in season 1. I always was a Jack guy myself, even though most people seem to hate Jack. And I don't know if I'd feel the same way now that I'm a little older, but in my 20s, I really sympathized with that character, with his daddy issues and whatnot. It's a whole show about daddy issues. And then it turns out, once you find out about Jacob and the Man in Black, mommy issues, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, ABC, if you're listening, I would really love to offer a pitch for Lost Part 2, Return to Lost Island. And I've got a lot of ideas for how to just keep those wheels spinning. We're bringing a whole new fresh cast. I mean, it's been 10 years, right? So it's time for a reboot. Lindelof and Hughes can come back if they want, although, I think they're both probably ready to move on. I feel like they wrapped it up. Season 1 arc, I'm not going to give it away here on the show. So what have you guys been up to? I had dental surgery. That hurt. That's why we skipped the first show we missed, and then it took a long time for my mouth to heal, so that we skipped another. Then I just got real depressed and busy, and that's why we missed the other two. So when you're placing blame for these episodes, make sure you're placing it on me and not Darrel. I'm the problem here, not him.
Sorry, my kid was crying. Apparently my cat scratched her.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was talking the entire time you were gone, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah.
I might keep it if it wasn't good.
Okay. I don't know. You tell me. I mean,
all right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna let it ride. Let's just go right into the show. Let's have this happen. What were we talking about?
I'm sorry your kid's hurt. Was it bad?
No. She's bleeding a little bit, but the worst part is she's supposed to go swim in the lake tomorrow. So,
And the skin is broken, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, what were we talking about before
we were talking about that website, and I was asking you if they did more Lost, would you watch it?
With the same people?
All right, let's say that the two main showrunners, Lindelof and Hughes, don't come back, but you at least get some of the original cast, the ones who were still alive and still had something to do with the island, and maybe occasionally you could bring in a character who wasn't, who was part of the original cast, kind of like on Frasier, how sometimes they'd bring in Sam from Cheers or whatever, or Norm.
No, they could take from their expanded universe.
Exactly.
No, I don't think I would.
Just don't care enough.
There's just so much to watch. I was like,
there's a lot to watch.
I was also eating. Sorry, everyone. I totally forgot we were doing a show.
I hear Haley laughing at you in the next room, I think.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
not.
She's probably
Oh, okay.
not. I'm not that funny.
There might be a ghost somewhere in the line.
Oh man, I do think there's a ghost. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't at all?
No.
What about
Jesus? No.
Jesus was not where I was going. I was going to say aliens.
I was going to say Jesus. Aliens, I believe that I did it again. I'm sorry, everyone.
Darrel, put the fruit snacks away.
They're so bad, too.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is why you keep eating them.
FU Spider-Man fruit snacks from Kellogg's. They're going to sue me now. They're going to be like, disparaging his product.
How dare you voice an opinion
Smirch
about our
the
product?
good name of Spider-Man by Kellogg's.
I'll have you know he personally approved each of these flavors.
I'm Spider-Man, and I approve this fruit snack. How would they even make that work? Spider-Man's a fictional character.
Well, this assumes that he's real.
Oh, that's fair. And who's to say he's not on another planet?
And
Which is what I was getting at.
Oh.
No, I do think that there is. I imagine that there are aliens. Like, I think there are other living things out there. I don't know what that means. Right? I don't know if that means there are other sentient beings out there. But space is too big for us to be the only thing in this entire insanely big universe that we will never be able to see.
What if it turned out that there was actually just a wall after Uranus and the rest of it was painted on?
Voyager just goes right into a wall. Bing, bing, bing. But
just kind of slowly rolls down the wall.
Voyager runs into a wall. It turns out the galaxy we know is just like a big Truman Show.
It's like
then
like
God's
in a
like,
cartoon,
oh,
whenever
hey,
they paint a hole on the side of a wall.
Yeah.
God's like, yeah, I had plans to expand it, but then I decided it was perfect the way it was.
It was fine, number one. Number two, I really didn't think you guys would ever make it out here. I got a little worried in 1970 when you popped that off, but I was like, nah, the Americans made it. It won't last forever.
And, you know what? That's on me. Drink's on me.
So, hey, my bad.
Perrier for all. I'm sober.
Don't drink clean living over here. Did a lot of really bad shit back in the day.
A lot of genocide. So, I got some amends to make. It's been a few weeks since we did a show.
I have started school, going for programming. I'm going to automate the F out of everyone's jobs. Sorry,
nice.
everyone. But here's the thing. I'm also a radical collectivist, so perhaps I won't, and I'll automate the F out of everyone's
bosses' jobs.
Yeah. I'll be like, no, you don't need a CEO anymore. I wrote a Python bot for that.
But you still need data entry clerks, believe it or not.
Yeah, you need those guys to give my computer the information it needs. So
that'd be pretty awesome.
It would be pretty cool, right? That was a moment that I had when I was like, what could I write? What kind of code could I write? And then I was like, I don't really know enough to write any code. It's very basics right now. It's also very strange to be going to online school during a pandemic. It feels very much like the online school I did back when I went to TCC for the first time.
Back in the early 2000s.
Right. But and the way Haley had described it prior to this was that it was very stringent now. They made you do proctor exams where they were looking at you with a webcam and
whoa.
Yeah, agreed. So I was like, ugh, but they're not really doing that with these classes, at least not right now, because I don't know if they have the resources for all of that. But anyway, so it feels very similar, but I'm not learning anything crazy right now. I'm learning Python on the side, but yeah. That's what I've been up to.
That's awesome.
You had a big milestone, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a tooth pulled out.
That's not what I was talking about, but that's a big milestone too. Is that your first tooth extraction?
No, I've had my wisdom teeth out,
that's
but
fair,
this is I had a crown fall off and they had to take the whole tooth, so I'm going to be looking at an implant.
I heard that they punched you in the face a lot and you refused to tell them anything.
Yeah, That is exactly what happened. I was like, I don't know. You just take the tooth.
Oh, no. I heard it. You were like spitting blood out, and you were like, I don't know shit. You were
Fuck
very
you.
like, yeah. And she was like, just let me get the tooth out. And you were like, no.
You could have the tooth when you take it out of my cold, dead face.
And then you insulted the poor lady's mom, and then that's when she really
Clocked me.
Yeah, she got mad, and rightfully so, I think.
I woke up in the recovery room, yeah.
Of the emergency room, not of the
not of the dentist's office. I went from the Springville dentist to the Birmingham emergency room.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
by the way, I've got COVID now. So, you know.
Because I had to go to the emergency room.
But I'm an asymptomatic carrier, so best case scenario.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go back to the office.
Like capitalism wants me to.
Actually, my work's been very cool about it, so
Yeah.
I'm one of the very lucky ones. There was an extraction, and because I have a tiny mouth, and because of the way the tooth broke, like they had to like really fight my face to get it out, and it took like 2 weeks to start feeling normal again. Almost. They had. I don't know about you, but I also need more numbing
time.
Agent.
Oh, yeah.
And recovery time, yeah. Like I'm healing slower as I get older, but they had to shoot me up with Novocaine like 4 times before I was finally like, okay, I can't feel this.
You were like I can't feel anything.
Yeah. I couldn't feel it was seriously, even my eyebrows were numb to that point. But no, the actual milestone, that was much more cheerful and less depressing and scary. Also going to the dentist in the age of COVID.
For sure.
You just don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I finished the first draft of my new book.
Woo! Oh man, I wish I had the rap horn. You
can put it in after the fact.
It's too late. The gag's over.
Just play it after the end of the show.
There it was. There you go. Congratulations on. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to. Someone's gonna publish it. I'm sure.
I hope so.
You get someone to publish it.
I'm hoping. It's 147,000 words. I've started outlining the second draft because the first draft is a mess. Got a big old cork board sitting on the floor of my office.
I saw it. True story.
I'm using colored index cards, like a different color for each character, because unlike my first book, this one's got a lot of point of view characters. So it's more of like a rotating third person narrator than a first person. So it's all new territory for me, and hopefully it'll sell. Thanks COVID for keeping me home and keeping me on task, I guess.
I guess that's true.
It's a big deal for me because this is the first time I finished a new book since 2016.
Which
I've been trying.
People don't think about like your book just came out like last year, but like that was a baby from another time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I've been living with that fucker for like 5 years by the time it was published.
It was like old hat. You were like, I don't want to talk
this
about
old shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Thanks. Bye. No, I know you're not like that to your fans.
No, not at all. I'm so grateful to everybody who's read the book.
And you're very nice to them, and they're very nice to you, and it's very nice to see people like react that way to something that you created.
Yeah, I've been very lucky so far. I'll know I've made it when the trolls come, but they haven't arrived yet.
So while we're talking about, do you have anything else you want to talk about with your book? Any other?
I mean, it might be the first of a series.
Nice. Look at that.
But that's all I could say.
Team Hurricane returns exclusive.
Maybe. We'll see. I've set it up so that it can be. I'm hoping to pitch it to my publisher that way. We will see what they have to say.
Twilight 2 is what we're talking.
Yeah, that's the title.
It's Twilight 2, but with frog people.
And way more fucking.
Yeah, like it's actually a porn. It's 147,000
words of just fucking. Every different way you can put private parts together.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
Some people say the
Citizen
Citizen Kane of
Erotica.
Yeah.
A fuck fiction.
Fuck fiction. That's what they're going to call this style that you're writing.
I wish we could call the episode that, but I don't think iTunes would let us.
They will not. Also, I don't think iTunes exists anymore.
Oh yeah, it's Apple Music or whatever.
Apple Music. Yeah. Sorry.
Isn't that what you use?
Cook. It is. Yeah. It is, and I don't know. I heard that.